Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. Whoa! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters. And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he'll be brushed down just shy of midfield. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. 3rd down coming up.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. This defense falls over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Another 49er. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Kittle is the man in motion. A Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive. That's Mark.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A 23-yard attempt.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Crazy. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
And as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. Through the snowflakes. This one good. And the 49ers are out to a 10-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Bigsby to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Jaguars offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in by Thomas. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down. Logan Cook on to punt for the Jaguars.
So we are through one here on Thursday Night Primetime. 10-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. 49ers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Look wide. Get this one complete. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
We'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field. But they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge. And now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
The Niners offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Now backwards to the 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run it once more with ETN. And this is going to work out a little better. He'll get 9 on that one, but they're going to need to convert on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9 yards.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Lawrence now, and that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And
he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And And that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across. Setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal.
Get set. One more time. 18.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
Loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout.
A 21-yard attempt.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report. Scott, thank you. Snow continuing to fall as we get set for the second half. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. But Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. The carry here for ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Niners offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's McCaffrey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, mark him at the 25. They get the conversion on 3rd down, it was a gain of 27. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's McCaffrey.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Purdy using the pop pass. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Play action. Here's Purdy. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
I think everyone in the stadium is expecting a run there. So what do? On these early downs? You call play action. I love it. You're hoping to catch them off guard and selling out on the run here down near the goal line, but the defense was ready for it. Nowhere to go with the ball. Really nice job there by the defense, staying disciplined in their coverage.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
3rd and goal. Purdy. That is caught, and he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49ers. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
The 49ers
from the shotgun, it's Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
All right, Scott, thank you. Snow continuing to fall as we get set for the second half. Bigsby to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. ETN, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It's 3rd and 4. Throwing is Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Thursday Night Primetime continues after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic. Don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here. The defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Here's Lawrence. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Get set, get set.
Now a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss. And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Get set, get set.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively, it'll set up a fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On second down, Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. A tight end in motion now. On 3rd down, here's Guerrero. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a 1st down.
And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Guerrero. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
They'll send the tight end in motion. One more time, it's Guerrero. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. Task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Open man is Jennings. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The 49ers out for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. He will find Thomas.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the 49ers. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans, we have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.